John Wayne, the ultimate Hollywood cowboy, was known for his tough guy roles and larger-than-life presence on screen. But what did the Duke himself like to watch when he wasn't riding off into the sunset? In 1977, Wayne gave movie fans a rare insight into his personal tastes when he revealed his top 5 favorite films. The True Grit actor named the films for the People's Almanac Volume 2, one of a series of books that collected random, often offbeat factoids about history and culture. The book's authors and editors asked every living Oscar-winning actor at the time to provide their favorites, and Wayne was one of the respondents. Here's a look at some of John Wayne's favorite movies, films that left an impression on the man who left an indelible mark on cinema. The Quiet Man is not your typical John Wayne film. Some people may not care for westerns and others may bristle at war films, but everyone can love The Quiet Man, a romantic comedy/drama from legendary director John Ford. Wayne's film collaborations with Ford are among the finest films ever made, but this film broke from their usual fare of westerns and war films to make a light-hearted dramedy that retains its charm more than 70 years after its release. Ford plays an American who returns to the village of his birth in Ireland in an effort to escape his past. He falls in love with a feisty local woman, played to perfection by Maureen O'Hara. She and Wayne made 5 films together, becoming lifelong friends in the process and an enduring on-screen duo, which is likely why this film made his favorites list. Arguably director John Ford's best film, The Searchers is an exquisite tale about a man's search for vengeance and justice. Wayne plays a Civil War veteran who sets out to find his niece, who has been kidnapped by Comanches who massacred his family. Although it has all the trappings of a Western, the film never falls into the genre's easy tropes, and the ending is iconic. Amazingly, the film didn't score a single Academy Award nomination in a year that saw Around the World in 80 Days inexplicably beat out Giant and The Ten Commandments for Best Picture. Wayne considered this his favorite film role and even named one of his sons Ethan in honor of it, so its inclusion on his favorites list makes sense. Some have confused Wayne's selection of the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse as the 1962 version directed by Vincente Minnelli. In fact, Wayne preferred the 1921 silent version starring Rudolph Valentino, who plays a Frenchman who marries into a Spanish family torn apart by war. The film was the biggest box office hit of the year and made Valentino a superstar. The film itself, while an interesting watch, hasn't aged well over time. Like many silent films, it's heavy on the melodrama, but at 2.5 hours long, it is an exhausting watch and wears out its welcome quickly. However, a 13-year-old Wayne was so obsessed with the film, he saw it twice a day for an entire week at the movie theater in Glendale, California, where the family lived. Gone with the Wind isn't the universally praised epic it once was, as America comes to terms with the film's problematic depiction of the Civil War and slavery. It's impossible to defend the film's romanticized view of slavery and the South, but it is possible to appreciate the film's performances, technical achievements, and outstanding storytelling. To this day, it remains one of the best films Hollywood has ever produced, despite being a cultural product of the times. Wayne's reputation has taken a hit over some controversial comments made during his lifetime, but his selection of Gone with the Wind as a favorite film should not cause anyone to make assumptions. Even today, critics recognize its greatness and importance in film history. Surprisingly, Wayne loved the film, even though he didn't like Clark Gable at all. A Man for All Seasons is an interesting choice, and an unexpected one as Wayne's top film. Based on the play by Robert Bolt, the writer of Lawrence of Arabia, the film tells the story of an English nobleman, Sir Thomas More, Paul Schofield, who refuses to bow to the king's demand to accept his defiance of the Catholic Church, so he can divorce and remarry. Facing imprisonment and potential execution, More must decide whether his principles are worth losing everything. The film won 6 Oscars, including Best Picture, Best Actor, Schofield, Best Director, and Best Adapted Screenplay. The great Robert Shaw, Jaws, was nominated for an Oscar and Golden Globe for his scenery-chewing role as King Henry VIII, but was not rewarded. The film's only drawback is its deliberate pacing, which at times slows to the point of tedium. It's an intriguing character study, however, and worth a watch if you have the time and attention.